The trial of a mother accused of killing her 3 children wrapped its second week today. 2 psychiatrists who treated Lindsay Clancy before her children's deaths testified in court. One of those doctors is named in a malpractice lawsuit that was brought by Clancy and her ex-husband. The lawsuit alleges they failed to properly treat Clancy's mental health issues. Prosecutors say Clancy deliberately planned the gruesome crimes. Her defense argues that she was suffering from severe postpartum psychosis. She has pleaded not guilty. NBC News correspondent Steven Romo joins us now, and also back with us is NBC News legal analyst Misty Marris. Steven, I'll start with you. Just take us through what we heard from these 2 psychiatrists today.
Yeah, we're beginning to get into that expert phase of the trial, something that many people have been waiting for, to analyze the testimony that we've already heard. Both psychiatrists treated Lindsay before she killed her 3 children, and they mentioned that she did say that she was struggling with insomnia and anxiety and asked to find the right medications. But what she did not do was report homicidal thoughts or symptoms of psychosis. So you can see why the prosecution would be bringing this up. Meanwhile, the defense is quick to bring up the medications, the many medications she was prescribed during this process. We also heard from Dr. Jennifer Tufts. She is the one who you mentioned who's being sued by Patrick and Lindsay. Here's what she had to say on the stand just a little bit ago.
Did you note any signs or symptoms of psychosis with Ms. Clancy that day?
No.
What types of things are you asking them about their past?
Well, I may ask, have you ever heard voices? Have you ever seen something that other people didn't see?
And did you ask those questions of Ms. Clancy?
I believe I did.
And what was her response?
No.
Now, she was also asked by the doctor, Lindsay was, if she had any thoughts of harming the baby, meaning young Callan, and she answered no to that question as well.
According to that psychiatrist.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephen. Misty, let me bring you in. So takeaways from both of these psychiatrists' testimony today would be what, Misty?
So the first psychiatrist that testified treated Lindsay Clancy from January 1st to January 4th. So think about that. That's really close in time to January 24th when the 3 children were killed. Again, the emphasis on no signs of psychosis. Now, with the testimony of Dr. Jennifer Tufts, we did get into what types of things do you look for to identify a psychosis? Is there slurred speech? Is somebody compliant? Are they understanding what you're speaking about? So that is really looping together some of the other testimony from those in Lindsay's life and giving us insight as to why a lot of those questions were asked about Lindsay's demeanor, looping it back into an expert. What does psychosis look like and what are the warning signs?
Misty, could the Clancy's malpractice lawsuit against Dr. Tufts factor into this trial at all, or are those 2 separate legal issues?
So they're separate legal issues, but it will most certainly factor in, I think, on cross-examination, because what the defense is going to say is, don't you have an incentive to tell this court under oath that you did everything right, that you did not make mistakes when it comes to Lindsay Clancy's treatment? The subject of those malpractice suits is that the treatment by Dr. Tufts and other providers exacerbated her condition, resulting in the death of the children. So she has a stake in the game when it comes to protecting herself, and that's something that could be explored as a credibility issue by the defense.
Misty Marris, Steven Romo, thanks to you both.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.